Soccer never sleeps, so why should you? Let's get back to the Keeper Notes Soccer Show on Yahoo Sports Radio 1560.
All right, we're back. Jen Cooper here, the keeper of Keeper Notes, and we're ready to talk to our first draft pick from the NWSL College Draft yesterday. That's Kealia Ohai. She's a player with solid Houston connections, as we mentioned previously, and some solid credentials. She scored the game-winning goal in the Under-20 Women's World Cup final in 2012, and she won an NCAA title with North Carolina. Kealia, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
As a native Houstonian, I have to admit I was really pleased when I heard you say after the draft Friday that Houston is your favorite place in the world. Can you tell us why?
Yeah, I love Houston. I've always loved Houston. I've been visiting for almost, it would be like 5 years now. I'm a huge Texans fan, as most of you know, because of my brother-in-law. He plays for the Texans, and yeah, I've just been visiting the city for the past 5 years, and I've just fallen in love with it. So when I heard there was a pro team starting there, I was so excited. And I can't even believe that I ended up there, and I can't wait. I love Houston.
So does that mean you're ready for the heat and humidity, that you've already experienced the Houston humidity?
I don't know. I'm preparing myself. I've trained a little bit there in the summer, but I don't think I've gotten the full extent of how humid and hot it gets. But I talked to Brian Ching a lot about it, and it'll make us better, and it'll be tough. We'll probably have a lot of early mornings, but I think we'll be okay.
Well, speaking of Brian Ching, is the real reason he drafted you is because you have roots in Hawaii? I mean, I don't think it's about your sister and your brother-in-law. I think it's about the Hawaii connection.
Yeah, I think he heard my name and was probably like thinking I'm some Hawaiian, but I'm really not. My dad was born in Hawaii, so. Mm-hmm. I've been there a couple times, and yeah, we talked to Brian a little bit about Hawaii and the North Shore. It was fun. It was really fun.
Well, and the Dash is the league's first ever expansion team. What do you see as the advantages of being drafted to a completely new club?
I think it'll be really cool to be able to make an impact, especially I love that the Dash is connected with the Dynamo, and I think that's going to help kind of solidify this and help support this team. The Dynamo have such great fans, and same with every sports team in Houston. And as an expansion team, I think it gives all of the players an opportunity to come in, make a big impact, and make a statement from the beginning. I think a lot of people are expecting this to kind of be a building year for the Dash, and I don't think it's going to be at all. I think the players that Randy and Brian and Chris have drafted, and also Tony DeChico, are good enough to come in this first year and make a big statement playing the other great NWSL teams.
Now, you've played for Coach Waldrum on the U.S. Under-23s and also against him when North Carolina faced Notre Dame last fall. What are you looking forward to about playing for Waldrum?
Yeah, I've played against him the past 4 years, and he's a great coach, and being able to play with him in the under-23 camp, I've learned he's such a great guy. He's definitely a player's coach. He's concerned with how he can help you and how he can make you a better player. And from the very beginning of that camp, I knew I was going to love playing for him. So when I heard that the Dash got him as their head coach, I was so excited. I was so excited because he's going to help this league grow, and he's dedicated to helping women's soccer grow in America, because I know how hard it was for him to leave Notre Dame, and it's such a great soccer program that he's done such an excellent job with. So I think we're all really excited and are feeling really lucky that we got Randy as our coach.
Actually, this is Ray Gallegos. I wanted to ask you about the CONCACAF Under-20 Championship that's currently going on in the Caymans, if you've had a chance to watch it.
Yeah, my teammate Summer Green is there and playing, so we've been watching.
Any predictions for tonight's game against Mexico?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Any predictions for tonight's game, U.S.-Mexico?
Well, I'm predicting the U.S. are going to win. I think they have so much talent on that team, and a couple of the girls actually played on my under-20 team, so I know Carrie Recaro and Stephanie Amack and those girls, they're great leaders, and I think they're going to step up tonight and definitely bring that championship home for the U.S.
Now, both you and your sister won NCAA soccer titles, Megan with USC in 2007 and you in 2012 with the Tar Heels. But as we've mentioned, you also won a U20 Women's World Cup title. Does that ever create a bit of sibling rivalry? Do you ever remind her that, say, look what I did?
A little bit. I mean, with the U20 title, that was a completely different experience. But I remember my freshman and sophomore year, I kind of felt this stress because she had won an NCAA title, and I really, really wanted one. And I remember after winning in San Diego last year, Anson came up to me and said, "I'm so happy for you. Now your sister can't hold this over your head." And so, yeah, it's been pretty cool. It's pretty cool that we both won one. But, yeah, the U20 title was just so different, and it was so amazing. She's never been, mad or anything like that. But we do get very competitive with each other.
I bet. If I ever won a U20 title, I would wear that medal to, H-E-B to, go grocery shopping. I would. That'd be cool.
I'm pretty proud of it. I wear it a lot still.
And how do you think that experience playing in that tournament in Japan in the fall of 2012, how do you think that shaped you as a player?
Yeah, I always say that was something that you can't understand a World Cup experience, or you can't understand playing international until you actually get there. And I think young girls grow up wanting to play on the full team and wanting to play in the World Cup and play in the Olympics. And for me, getting to Japan and playing for my country, and growing up I've played friendlies with the United States, but never in a World Cup atmosphere like that. And it kind of makes it more tangible, and it makes you realize this is why they love their job so much. This is why they love soccer so much. It's such a different experience, and it's as a player, it's awesome to see all these different countries playing different styles and having to adapt to that. I think a lot of times in the college game, you don't see that as much. It's kind of the same style, but yeah, it helped me grow kind of just by showing me how amazing it is to play internationally and represent your country in a tournament like that, and to be able to win, and to be able to win the way we did. It changed me a lot, and I've never forgotten that. And yeah, I love that experience.
Well, and some of our listeners might not be aware that in that tournament, the U.S. lost to Germany in the group stage, but then beat Germany in the final on your game-winning goal, and that's got to feel really good to rebound from losing 3-0 to the only other team that had won 2 under-20 Women's World Cups, and to beat them in the final. So that's got to make you pretty tough. All right, one more question for you, and then we'll let you go. Do you know the college draft picks that were taken by the Dash? I mean, are these players that you've played with before or played against? I mean, what are your thoughts about the other girls that were drafted Friday? Kealia? I don't know. I think we might have...
Can you hear me?
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Did you hear that question?
No, that's okay. Yeah, I heard it.
Okay.
I've never played with them or against them, but I've heard of them. A lot of my teammates know them, and they're great players. I've heard nothing but good things, so I'm really excited to have them on the Dash, and I think they're going to help this team a lot.
And of course, there's a couple of Tar Heels already on the Dash in Whitney Egan and Megan Klingenberg. They're a little bit older than you. Did you overlap with them at all?
Yeah. I played with Megan Klingenberg, and then my freshman year was the year that Whitney had graduated. So I never got to play with Whitney, but I played with Kling, and I've watched them play. We also have Nikki Washington. So, I mean, I love all those girls, and they're all amazing players, so I cannot wait to play with them.
Well, and we can't wait for you to get to Houston. We're so excited to see that this soccer dream is coming true for you and, of course, for us as well. So thanks for talking to us today, and we'll see you when preseason starts.
Thank you so much. See you soon.